There is a massive scandal brewing in British cycling at the moment, and it all centres around track cyclist Jess Varnish. And Jess is a sprinter, and at the beginning of the season she underwent a series of power data tests ahead of the Rio Olympic Games and the World Championships that are going to be coming up next year as well, and she's been cut from the team. Now, interestingly enough, she was cut from the team following doing a series of power data tests. So if her power data doesn't measure up, then surely British Cycling would sit Jess down and say, this is where your power data results are at the moment. This is the level that we're needing to be able to ensure that you'll be competitive at the next Olympic Games. Get your power up to standard and we can readdress the matter. But instead of doing that, number one, they didn't let Jess know what the power data test results were, even though she asked for them. And number two, instead of doing it, sitting down and basing their decision solely upon the power numbers, which is what being a track cycling being a performance event is. It's purely based on power numbers, watts per kilo and such like. Instead, the cycling bosses turned to Jess and said, Jess, you're too old, go and have a baby instead. Now, two items. Number one, French cyclist Janine Longo, yes, sure, that was in the rampant EPO era, was able to be competitive at the highest international level, winning world titles well into her late 30s, early 40s. So 25 is by no means too old. But number two, to go and tell a female cyclist, it's now time for you to quit cycling and go and have a baby. Seriously, in this day and age, the cycling bosses should know that a woman's choice whether or not to have a baby or not to have a baby is her choice alone. A cycling boss has no place whatsoever in trying to dictate the reproductive choices that a woman has. This day and age, women have the choice whether they want to have children or whether they want to remain childless. And should they make the choice within themselves to remain childless, nobody has the right to dictate to them, to bully them, to pressure them into making a different decision. After all, we live in a world with 53 million orphans worldwide. Seriously, if a woman chooses to remain childless, that is her choice, and she has completely valid reasons to do so. That's my take on the matter. Share any comments, questions, criticisms if you have in the comment section down below. Don't forget the thumbs up if you like this type of content. Share it out amongst your friends, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button for all the new content that comes out to you daily. And remember, stay carved up for the win. I'll see you next time. Cheers.
CoachEdu.net